Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Sean Diddy Combs, it looks like the feds are closing in on your UK connection. Y'all, what am I talking about? Diddy's sick, disturbing connections to the UK have been found. As a matter of fact, his BFF UK, the man he helped promote and set up, the man that is very close to his sugar daddy, the man that actually helped establish Diddy in the UK scene. Let's not forget, I was the first one to exclusively report, but everybody else picked it up, that the feds, the head prosecutor, the one we saw in the press conference, had gathered up his best and brightest and flown over to the UK because, just like Diddy told us, when he hired an international criminal attorney who specialized in rug trafficking, schmetz trafficking, and also money laundering, RICO, just how they tried to tell us, they flew over to the UK because they were interviewing victims and looking at the disturbing things that Diddy had allegedly done over in the UK. Now, a lot of people thought that was crap. Sorry, cap. A lot of people thought that was cap because they was like, what is Diddy doing in the UK? This and that. Diddy was always in the UK. And like I tried to tell you guys a couple of weeks ago, when I posted that video, that was just random. It was a flashback, recap the trial from December when I said, when this stuff with Cassie broke, after he settled, he went over the UK, and some people said he was hiding. No. He was living his best life. He was partying. They was celebrating. Diddy was doing the robot on the dance floor. Thought he had gotten away with it. He was like, it's time for the percolator. He was literally percolating, having a good old time because he thought he got away with murder. However, no, the feds were on him. However, people are saying we now need to look closer to Diddy's UK connections. And guess what? When I posted that flashback saying he's in UK, a lot of people didn't know what I was talking about. However, less than 10 hours later, the feds released information that they had flown over to the UK because they were questioning Diddy's victims, but not just questioning Diddy's victims, questioning the victims of this man here. A lot of the UK tattletales have figured it out. We are talking about Tim Westwood, Diddy's BFF, Diddy's partner in crime, the man that is being investigated. Currently, there is a $3 million investigation from his workplace, which is the BBC. Let me just say, the BBC is a wild place. When I first heard about the BBC, because I'm American, I thought it was like PBS. So nothing happened on PBS. It's the safest place. The BBC is wild. The stuff the presenters be doing, the things that they allowed, it is wild. There's currently a $3 million investigation into his workplace for him doing Epstein-level crimes. On top of that, he has been suspended. On top of that, the whole world has come out about the way this man targeted A minors who were Black, A minors, and the way him and Diddy partied together, stayed together, I was about to say laid together, but we don't have any confirmation of that, did everything together. Just to let you guys know, there is leaked video I will show you about how close they were, what they got up to. And for you Americans that don't know who Tim Westwood is, we are going to get into that too. All right. Just to let you guys know, I did make this chat subscribers only. You don't have to sign up for the channel. I mean, it'd be appreciated if you do, but just you can subscribe. And after the chat, you can unsubscribe. But, y'all know I'm a one-woman show, so I'm doing this like I can. Okay, so listen, first of all, I want to give a shout out to The Garden. Thank you so much, my UK Connect, for telling me to go look under some rocks and see what I turn up, okay? Now, here's the thing. Y'all know I keep my ear close to the street. And she said, you need to check on, this is after I reported. Again, let me tell y'all something. When I know y'all like, Tisa, shut up and get to the news. I will. But after all this research, y'all gonna let me talk for 30 seconds. So listen, I know sometimes y'all like, what the heck are you showing this for? Can you get to the point? Y'all gotta trust the process. Trust that when I give you information, whether you've heard it or not, I'm trying to bring it up to the forefront because when the pieces start falling together, it's going to make sense. And when y'all at work, you could have more news and you can make more connections than everybody else around the water cooler. Trust the process. I am the process. Just trust me on this one, right? Anyway, I reposted a video that said Diddy's been hiding in London. And it also said that Diddy got some deep and dark and disturbing ties to London. Less than 12 hours after me posting that video, the feds announced in press release that they had taken their best team and flown over to London. They were supposed to be questioning Diddy's victims. However, there is overlap with Diddy's BFF. Okay. Now, I just thought that they were just questioning victims. You know, I'm being nosy at this point. All my sources are like, girl, do not make a video about this. And I'm like, I swear I won't. Scout's honor, right? I'm just joking. I do keep secrets from my sources until I'm allowed to reveal them. But the Garden said, you need, this is in response to me being like, yo, something's going down in the UK. They are still in the UK. There were so many victims. It didn't make sense to fly them all over to the US. They flew over to the UK to question them. Listen to this. And the UK is Diddy's backyard. In case you guys didn't see my live on who Diddy's, and I use this term jokingly, sugar daddy or fairy godfather is, it is Ron Burkle. Ron Burkle owns Whole Foods. He is a billionaire. He is the man that financed Diddy for Revolt. He is the man that financed Sean John. He is the money behind Diddy. So he's also godchildren of Diddy's kids, okay? He also, through in 2015, Diddy's 46th birthday party at his palatial Beverly Hills estate. And that, from what I hear, that party was jumping. No expense was spared for his favorite lady. I mean, his favorite friend, Diddy. On top of that, Ron Burkle, you can Google it. I have videos about it. Diddy's words, not mine. Ron Burkle was the man that threw Diddy his coming out party. There is a video where Diddy said, this is my coming out party. Yo, I'm not afraid anymore. I'm going to live in my truth, blah, 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 blah. He's also hosted numerous parties and let Diddy borrow his estate. Now, why? What? Even Sean John, because I'd always be like, who the F is wearing Sean John in 2023 before Macy's dropped them? Macy couldn't wait to get rid of that. Ron Burkle was the money. A lot of these things that were like, oh my God, Diddy did this and Diddy did that. No, Ron Burkle was financing. He's also godfather. Ron Burkle actually, his main residence is in the UK, hence Diddy's connection to the UK. Let's also not forget that Ron Burkle has a jet. You know how there is the Air Force One? I'm just giving you guys a little background and then we're going to get into the current stuff, okay? Ron Burkle is also known to enjoy a very great Gatsby hedonistic life. Ron Burkle has a jet, and the feds nicknamed it. You can Google all this. Google, all right? I don't know if you guys don't use Google. Not y'all. I don't know if the people in the back don't use Google. My Google got better search results than y'all's. I don't know. But Google, Ron Burkle, Air FUC Force One. Do you know how the president has Air Force One? They call his private jet Air FUC One because a play on Air Force One, a play on the fact that he was known, and Bill Clinton was a serial, what do you call it? Passenger on that plane. Bill Clinton, we need to look into him, but I don't even want to get into that. Bill Clinton was a serial passenger on that plane. They said that what happened on that plane was just flying, for lack of a better word, orgies that went around. And they said what happened was so crazy because it was an international airspace and all this stuff. They nicknamed his private plane Air Blank One. Ron Burkle, as I've mentioned before, also was super cool with Bill Clinton. They still are, and super cool. As a matter of fact, Puffy's rocked the boat. Remember when Puffy was getting involved in the Black community? Remember they said all that good work? No, Ron Burkle and DNC people actually made Rock the Boat to mobilize the youth vote in the city, which on the surface sounds like a good thing. Everybody should be mobilized to vote. By the way, voting is coming up. If you haven't registered, get registered. If you are overseas, get those ballots. Do what you can. Let's not forget the elections are coming. I don't care who y'all voting for. Just go out and vote, okay? So anyway, that whole rock the boat, that when Diddy was trying to get into politics, that was spearheaded by Ron Burkle and his think tank. Again, Diddy was supposed to serve up the community on a platter for the people that fund and invest in his lifestyle. Ron Burkle, interestingly enough, also has very close ties to Bill Clinton, but not Jeffrey Epstein. Why is that? Well, okay, I'm about to get to it, but let me just finish this thought. Well, Ron Burkle and his hedonistic lifestyle and Air Blake One, this is nicknamed by the feds, not me, flew over on private jet. I believe he flew on the Lolita Express or whatever Jeffrey Epstein's, whatever. They flew on a private jet. I don't know if it was Lolita Express, but I think it was Epstein's private jet. Ron Burkle is a billionaire. He has security. He has things he needs to get. He does not fly coach. He definitely doesn't fly commercial. He is a billionaire, right? They flew over on Jeffrey Epstein's plane to Africa. You can Google this. This is well documented, right? Flew over to Africa because Epstein, Clinton, and Ron Burkle were seeing how they could help the youth of Africa, right? Charity endeavors, if you will. Do with that what you may. However, something so disturbing happened in Africa that Ron Burkle, a man that has been rich for a long time, not nigh, wealthy for a long time, a man that has his own private jet, a man that has everything at his fingertips. He is a certified billionaire, not a fake one, but a multi-billionaire. He saw something that was so disturbing, or there was an incident that happened that was so disturbing. He literally went straight to a commercial airport, which is where we go, the norms, right? Went to an airport and got on the first flight out of Africa. He flew coach from Africa all the way to, he was either going back to the UK or to the US. He flew coach. Now, he didn't even want to wait for his private jet to be fueled up and come get him. He didn't want to wait to charter a private jet. Whatever he saw, he got the F out of there and flew coach back. And then went and said that Jeffrey Epstein is weird. He don't mess with that guy. Out of this, that, and the third. Now, to my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, Bill Clinton actually stayed. But that's neither here nor there. That's just a little gossip that stays in the back of my head. Y'all know I am Karma's chief correspondent and the Petty Oracle. I keep track of all this irrelevant information so you guys can go out and save the world. Okay. Nunya B said, Tisa tells all. What would we do about you, girl? Oh, thank you, Nunya. Nunya Biz. Dawn Basil said, Tisa, keep telling the truth. Title tells are for you. That's right. Can come for you if you please. Will unleash. And also, Floris LaBelle. Don't worry, y'all. Keep checking the channel and have faith. When I drop stuff for a reason. Have faith, okay? Anyway, you guys, listen. First of all, you know what? Let me move on. And let me fix the listen. Y'all have faith. Keep posted. Have faith. Okay? So anyway, where are we? So anyway, The Garden, you know who you are. Thank you so much. Said, yo, you need to check on the Diddler's UK connection. I've mentioned it before, but look at Tim Westwood. Trust me. Okay? They said, trust me. Do your research and you'll understand where I'm going with these breadcrumbs. So you know I was on it, right? On top of him being the UK gatekeeper for hip hop, much like for over a decade, Diddy was the US gatekeeper for hip hop. All right? You could not break in to the UK hip hop scene without going through Tim Westwood. Now, here's the thing. Tim Westwood was a radio DJ. He worked for the BBC, which I think is like one of the biggest channels, but it's not even that. This is when grime music, rap music was trying to get established in the UK. They were a little bit behind us in rap being established, but it went the same way. People didn't take rap seriously. People didn't take grime seriously. He was the only inlet. You would go on his radio show, which wasn't like Tiny Desk, but it kind of was like Tiny Desk in the fact that you would go on there, you would get interviewed. You could not break into the UK rap scene without going through him and being on his show. Even now that he has been disgraced and there's a probe and there's all these sick accusations, he's still, much like Diddy was the UK gatekeeper. Tim and Diddy were like this. Diddy, even notoriously private for a while about his Star Island mansion, invited him in to interview him. Remember Dawn Richards' lawsuit? I have video to back all this up, but let me just walk y'all through it. Remember Dawn Richards' lawsuit when she said all these crazy things were happening at the Dirty Money album releases and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we have it on video where Tim Westwood was not only there all night hanging, but he was documenting it too. On top of that, this is one of the reasons why the feds are also looking into this. So let's get into this and let's get into Mr. Westwood, Diddy's partner in crime. And one of the big reasons the streets are saying that they actually flew to the UK. And there's a lot of cross contamination, if you want to talk about it, between Diddy's UK and that scene that was going on, and also Tim Westwood and these victims. Again, if you want to believe that the record industry is evil, baby, this video is not going to let them beat the charges, because at the end of the day, the sick things that they made happen, the sick things that everybody looked, and just like Diddy, his UK BFF, these charges keep going on and on and on and on. Now, Tim Westwood, they're saying, is still, his stick was, he was kind of like a posh guy. This is from my UK tattletales. A posh guy, that whole act was like trying to act like hood. Also, just like Diddy, lately he seems like he looks a little, I don't want to say he looks strung out, but if I found out that he also had a bag of Tucci, 2C or whatever you call it, laying by the bed like Diddy did, I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, so first of all, let's drop the receipts. Diddy and Tim Westwood, this is an actual still from the video with Tim Westwood looking like his teeth are grinding, like it's the clips. In the here you see Kalina, and here you see Dawn. This is a still. This is akin the Dirty Money Last Train to Paris, I believe, album release. In London, they were going all around. He let Tim Westwood document it. They were friends. They are close. They continue to be close. Even when he was in the UK last, I believe they were partying hard. Okay. He let him into his house. Diddy hardly lets anybody into a Star Mansion house. He was very protective of that, continues to be protected. Only thing is now the Feds showed us what that Star Island house does. They have years, actually decades of friendship. Again, I believe this is Kalina at the scene. Again, to be fair, everybody, before we get into the actual videos, to be fair, everybody who wanted to break into the UK rap scene or be on the radar for UK rap scene had to go through Tim Westwood's channel. Snoop Dogg, Jay-Z, Kanye West, everyone and anyone had to kiss the rings to get any type of play or exposure in the UK. Let's also not forget that Tim Westwood has ties to Dutch Belly. Dutch Belly is a grime rapper. He is the sicko that there are numerous stories about the sick, disgusting, and I mean sick, disgusting things Dutch Belly's into. He was a favorite of Westwood. Did he also have connections to Dutch Belly? I'm not getting demonetized. If y'all want to know what Dutch Belly did, not now, but when this is over, go to TikTok. They have everything outlined. Dutch Belly also has a fondness for A minors. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. It gets sick. Dogs, cats, poo-poo, anything you want. Yeah. The Dubai porta potty circuit, yeah. It gets sick with Dutch Belly. He actually in songs bragged about being a groomer and was looking for little youngin female. Anyway, I don't want to get demonetized. Let's move on, right? But again, to be fair, they have a decades-long friendship, super tight, both super tight with the same people. People are saying that this is Diddy's London Connect. Now, there is a case to be made. Did Diddy learn this, right? Did he learn this, or did Diddy bring this to him? I don't know. I just think two kindred souls actually linked up. Okay. There is a long history of what happens with them. Hold on really quick, you guys. Let's just go through this again. Like I said, to be fair, everybody had to go on this man's channel. So being on this channel alone was not enough to point the finger at, but parting in this with this man, this is some in later years where he looked a hot mess, right? But parting with this man, um, uh, parting with this man, was just crazy, right? But was just it's just crazy. Anyway, this is him when I think the evil deeds of his soul tried to start catching up to him. Let's keep going on. Now, here we start getting into the very, very sick things that he is into. Class, we are going to go through a tutorial of this. Again, here's Kanye on Westwood in a show. Again, Tim Westwood show. Again, I do have to say, just because you were on the show doesn't mean, again, it was like being on MTV, whatever that video show was, or 106 in Park. You know, you had to go through this to break, and you still have to break into. So, yes, Jay-Z was there. Yes, Kanye was there at different times, but that's just what you had to do. Let's get into this. I just wanted to establish over the years that they're friends.
Tim Westwood.
So I compiled a bunch of TikToks really quick. I think they can tell the story really, really well. Just take a listen to this. And then I'm going to hit you with what the internet streets are saying.
Has had numerous women come out recently and accuse him of abusing his power to get them into the bedroom and essentially abuse them.
It's an assumption, a complete assumption I've made that we're going somewhere to talk about the music. So I don't ask where we're going. And then the next thing, he's undone his trousers. He actually tapped me to turn around and look at the fact that he's exposing himself. So I've looked and I've seen and I'm like, oh no, oh no. Like, oh my God.
The Tim Westwood victims that are speaking out in the BBC documentaries breakdown is now on my channel.
Okay. So in any case, that is just one woman, but there's more. Hold on, because people are coming out and saying it's mirroring exactly what Diddy did in the US. First one person talked, then more people talked, and now there's even more people. Let's listen to this young lady.
Talking proper serious talk. So Tim Westwood has been questioned under caution over the last 5 weeks. This is in regards to claims made about sexual abuse, bullying, sexual misconduct spanning literally 40 years. You know, that's almost double my life. Like, how can you be such a predator for 40 years? These claims,
so maybe he taught Diddy.
Claims were made last year, and there's been a documentary about it, there's been articles about it, but what is really interesting about it is that every single one of his victims is a black woman, and he supposedly targeted black women. Anyway, he's been questioned multiple times over the last 5 weeks, but we haven't got him just yet. I need that questioning to turn into sentencing, because it's really the fact that they thought we forgot. Like, they thought we forgot about this nasty bag of bones and his disgusting behaviour. Even been seeing TikToks up and down promoting his parties. What are you partying for? What do you have to celebrate? What are you partying for? It's the audacity and the temerity and all of the above for me, and I hope they lock him away.
Now, again, just to bring the people entering up to speed, people always wonder, who taught Diddy? Who groomed him? Where did he learn this from? Tim Westwood, the billionaire clique. Tim Westwood, for the last 40 years, has been throwing sick, disgusting parties. He's been in the sick, disgusting things. It's been with A-minors and whoever else will go along. He has not even tried to hide in plain sight. He has been shameless. And many people are saying that, well, not even saying, this is Diddy's dark UK connect. This is the reason why the federal investigators have flown over. But let's keep going.
I'm scrolling through the timeline. Lo and behold, I see an article posted by The Voice, which is a black newspaper, by the way. They're talking about how they're launching a telephone line for people who have been victims of sexual assault from Tim Westwood to come forward.
Really quick, everything's mirroring Diddy. Much like attorney Busby made a hotline for victims of Diddy to come forward, over in the UK, unbeknownst to us, they're doing the same thing about this mofo, Diddy's partner in crime. Let's keep going.
Anonymously. Make it make sense. There's been a documentary on BBC iPlayer about Tim Westwood, and all I know, I'm still waiting for the man to get arrested. And you mean to tell me that you want people to be ringing up a telephone line to be talking about their accusations, even though there has been a documentary about this man and him still walk the streets freely? But you want people to call up the helpline for what? Then I thought, you know what, let me give it the benefit of the doubt, because you know how sometimes things are clickbait. I read the article, they're talking about how to do the telephone line so that their BBC can improve on further allegations in the future. Nope. In the bin. Why must I be calling up a telephone line for a government-funded company to improve on their policies and regulations? Pardon? I'm over it.
Now, again, much like with Diddy, prior to Diddy going down, just let you know, this investigation with Tim Westwood has been going on for at least a year or two. It was quiet. The BBC tried to cover up. There were multiple allegations. He did Diddy-like crimes, just like Diddy did, Diddy's BFF, and he preyed on only Black women. Okay? Well, I'm sorry, Black girls. The BBC tried to cover it up, much like they tried to cover it up in the US with Diddy. It makes you think Tim Westwood and Diddy know the gatekeepers to the mainstream media. I know everybody is always dragging social media for whatever, but when there are stories like this that can't get out in the mainstream media, social media are the ones that make people pay attention. They tried to cover this up. They tried to keep it whatever, much like Diddy. They did for a while, but after Diddy got arrested, the dam broke, especially when the federal prosecutors flew over to the UK to see the link between Tim Westwood, the victims, Diddy victims, and that whole clique. But let's keep going. Listen to this story.
Right, guys, on a serious note.
Oh, wait, really quick. Let me just say thank you to a few people. I already said thank you to you, Dawn. Thank you also to Florici Labelle. Nanya B said the same Virgin Records creeps me out now. Diddy, exactly. Also, Anush Geistein said, love you, Tisa. Keep up the amazing work and keep on telling your truth. Lots of love from LA. Thank you, Anush. Also, we have Mixed Chip saying, I don't know if you ever spoke on this, but what does Faith Evans know? Connected to Diddy and married to Stevie J. Let me tell y'all something, right? Stay tuned on the channel. As far as Faith, I don't even know what to say about that. I don't understand how anybody can be married to Stevie J, Biggie, and that Diddy thing, okay? But Mixed Chip, I'm going to have something to say about that tomorrow. Also, we have Kitty Cat said, scrolling YouTube and saw you were live with Tim Westwood in the thumbnail. I almost broke my ankle and ran so fast here. No idea how he's managed to be exposed for so many years and face no consequences, because there was a gatekeeper, somebody that has multiple billionaire actually gatekeeping and making sure that on the US side and also on the UK side, it stayed undercover. Again, when you hear about his parties, they sound a lot like Diddy's parties. But unlike Diddy, who's been having parties for the last 20 years, Tim Westwood's been doing this mess for the last 40 years. Let's keep going. Don Basil, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. Y'all give a shout out to Don. Kitty Cat, thank you for being a new member. Y'all make sure y'all say thank you to Don for the memberships. LA Young, thank you so much for being a member. Kane Lofton said Diddy's mentor was Andre Harrell, then Clive Davis. Those were his mentors in the US, but Diddy had many mentors. Andre Harrell and Clive Davis might have ran the US music scene. However, Diddy had mentors in the UK. I don't know if you guys don't know, but Diddy is a very big deal in the UK. He was always present. Even when that Cassie stuff broke, he went to his second home in the UK. One can have many mentors. And I think sometimes as Americans, we think that we're the center of the world. And we are. I'm just joking. Don't drag me. We think that we're the center of the world, but you realize that Clive Davis wasn't running anything in the UK music scene. Neither was Andre Harrell. Tim Westwood was running things in the UK hip hop scene. Okay. You could not make it without going and kissing the rings. Go to his channel. And y'all have to, because I have it up on the screen. I'm going to show y'all. He has had every big name American and UK rapper on his show. Okay. Clive Davis wasn't running ish in the UK back then. So yes, Diddy had his US mentors. We are talking about his UK connections and why the feds actually took a whole task force and flew over to the UK to question victims because there were too many to fly over here, and what his connect was, where he was throwing these parties, and who were the culprits. Again, Tim Westwood, his buddy, much like Diddy, there were a lot of whispers in the UK. Again, we're listening to TikToks of course, Black Brits, but there were a lot of rumblings in the UK about the sick stuff Tim Westwood was into, the parties, the women, the exploitation, all very Diddy. People are saying it's Epstein-like crimes. And just like Diddy, everybody talked about it, but it never hit mainstream media, which makes it even more odd because he worked for BBC at that time, the biggest television network in the UK. All right. But thank you, Kenny. Also, Paige Collins, what's up, Paige, said, did you look up Busby? He has pics of frequent flyer. He has pics with frequent flyer on Epstein, was close with McMahon, Ron Burkle, Diddy, and the lawyer for corruption, Kim Pactus, rep for Texas. One number for all victims, shady AF. At the end of the day, it might be, but I don't understand. This is not, listen, first of all, I have to research that. Right? Not saying that you didn't do your research, but I need like more information. But second of all, I think this goes into our first thing, that the powers that be are ready to throw Diddy under the bus. And hear me out. A lot of people said this won't change anything. The powers that be are still going to run this world. They might. But Diddy and his entertainment friends, whether that be in music or over in acting, baby, they are not the powers that be. They do not run anything. They are allowed to pretend like they are billionaires. They are allowed to live a fake, faux billionaire lifestyle, even though they're not, right? They are allowed to live a fake multi-million lifestyle but they are nothing but useful tools. And whenever it comes time for the powers that be to be exposed, these toy soldiers will have to fall on their sword, because that is the price and what you promise when you decide to be the bootlicker for the elite. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, let's get back into what the UK streets are saying. And then we're going to get into Tim Westwood and Diddy. I got video where they are talking and the interactions are so weird and so disturbing.
You see this story about Tim Westwood, and everyone's talking about it, how he's abused and sexually assaulted multiple women. This is actually quite an interesting story because, you know, I used to date this girl. This was maybe about 8 years ago. 8 years ago. She's basically my ex now, and whilst we were together, you know, we must have been listening to Radio 1 or something, I don't know, but Tim Westwood was playing, right? And I remember her telling me, oh, I've met him, I've met this guy before, you know. He was doing like a set, and me and some girls, we went over there. So this is what she was telling me, and she's like, I remember correctly her telling me, oh, this guy's such a creep. Like, we were listening to music, just vibing, and like, I must have been sat down, and out of nowhere, he tried to basically put his hand up my skirt. And then I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, and he tried to like laugh it off. So, you know, she didn't think nothing of it, so she stayed for a little bit longer. And they were listening to music, you know, he's DJing, he's doing whatever he was doing. And then, you know, 5-10 minutes later, he tries it again. And, you know, this is where she like basically lost it, and she was like, you know what, I'm getting the fuck out of here. This guy's a creep. So, you know, I remember her telling me this, and, you know, if we were still together, like, I could probably get her to, you know, testify the story, but we're not on good speaking terms. So, but who knows, you know, if this video gets 100k likes, then maybe I'll track her down and and we'll listen to her version of the story again. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy that all of this is coming out literally 8-9 years later, and multiple women are saying the same thing. And it's funny that, because Tim Westwood he's got a type, you know, he does like black women with big asses, you know. So yeah, I mean, well, hopefully justice gets served, really. We'll wait and see.
Okay, yeah, he didn't say his skirt. He said her skirt, but he has a British accent, you guys. Yeah, I know the music was weird, but the whole point of the matter is, the whole point of the matter is he was always very, very, very on the scene. Again, I just picked out a few TikToks where everybody has a story about what Tim Westwood is into. Let's listen a little bit into about Tim Westwood and Diddy's crib term. Now, why is this so important? As you guys said, Diddy does not let people come into his Star Island home and tape. He was notorious for that. Now we know why he never let mofos come in and tape in his Star Island home. Because yeah, they he wants somebody to actually use the bathroom and then open the thing and see a thing of baby oil. Now we know why he kept people out of his home. But all jokes aside, Tim Westwood was one of the few and only people allowed. Like he said, I don't let nobody in this home, but you are family. You are family. Let's keep going. Oh, hold on. That's me. Again, I know he's a monster, but can we talk about how corny he is? How are you trying to humble brag while you sitting there with a giant chain, got your ring, sapphire diamond ring in the thing, talking about, you know, it's kind of like, I guess what you say, like Bel Air, you know, where all the rich people think. But you know, when he said it's Indonesian, this is the same house that he filmed his apology video in. You know, the one where everybody thought he was overseas because he had the camera angled up his nose and there was like a tiki hut kind of roof over it. This is the same exact mansion that he filmed his apology video. It's also been said that Diddy, well, it's been known that Diddy has two houses on Star Island, one for sleeping and the other one for freaking. Let's keep going, right? I think the volume is up as high as it can go, but let me see if I can make it higher. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, let's see. This was directly around the time that Dawn was saying that for all the releases and all the album launch parties and all this stuff, she had to push furniture against the door. There were freakos happening. This was one of the homes that she said that she was, if I'm not mistaken, it was the Miami one, not the LA one, where they witnessed or was it LA where they witnessed? This was one of the homes where she was not allowed to go home. She had to work straight without even sleeping for 36 or 48 hours, was deprived food. This was one of the homes that he turned the lights off in the studio and said, don't worry about me and my relationship. Just make your money and work. Again, Tim Westwood was central in that. Tim Westwood was his London connect. Tim Westwood frequently joined Diddy's US parties, right? And when Diddy was in London, he was up there bopping out to Tim Westwood's parties. Again, let's keep going.
I'm going to show you the pool. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of, here's the thing. So some of you guys, this might be pedantic. Baby, I eat this for breakfast, lunch, and dinner because the details and what he's saying, when you look at it now and what we know, and when you look at all the lawsuits, and when you look at the crimes that occurred here, this is ground zero. Let's keep going. Oh, really quick. Let me just read these really quick. Kimberly Will, thank you so much for the super sticker. And also, we want to thank KG said, I wonder how much money the feds will get from this mansion. Sorry, Diddy. Well, that's interesting, right? You guys know that right now Diddy is facing 3 huge indictments, 3 of them. He's going to, well, 3 charges. He's going to be hit with more charges. And these charges are even going to be even bigger. And really quick, from what I hear, Rock Nation is going to be pulled into this. Remember when I said a lot of people want to have like some sicko stuff going on, but really the meat of it is financial? Rock Nation is going to be pulled into this. But let's us also not forget, right? That, well, at least my sources are saying, right? If I'm wrong, y'all can call them back a few months from now and be like, you was wrong. But please believe when I'm right, I will be doing that victory lap. But all jokes aside, right? The feds are going to prove at least one of the charges. If they can prove any of the charges, it now comes into forfeiture. Remember, we went over the legal documents and we talked about forfeiture. Forfeiture is saying that everything that you own, everything that every penny your company made, everything that was connected to this criminal organization is fruit from a poison tree, and you cannot be allowed to keep any of it. Okay, I go into forfeiture and actually what it is, it's kind of like a messed up law. But when you're going after real criminals, it really does do a big thing. The point of the matter is, not only all his houses, every corporation that he founded, that he was involved in, that he funded, that he in any way contributed to, in any way or form, is subject to federal forfeiture. That's when the feds seize the assets. They do it a lot with drug lords, crime, all this other stuff. What are we looking at? All of Diddy's businesses, every single one of them. Any shell companies overseas, anything that is, they will pierce the corporate veil. Corporations have a little bit of protection where they're considered people too. They're considered standalone entities. They are considered for legal purposes, and they have the same rights as a person, okay? However, if you can prove that a corporation is nothing but a shell, it is a farce to either do tax evasion, which is illegal, or to carry out a criminal enterprise like schmafficking, like money laundering, like anything like that. The corporate veil is pierced. And once that corporate veil is pierced, it no longer has the protections that corporations have. What are the protections corporations have? If I have a corporation and I follow the rules for what corporations are going to be, if you come and sue TISA, you cannot get any of the money from the corporation because the corporation is a standalone entity. It doesn't matter that I founded it. It doesn't matter that, I worked for it. It doesn't matter. No. It's a standalone entity. So somebody comes at TISA, the corporation don't got nothing to do with it. But if you pierce that corporate veil, all of a sudden, you don't get the corporate protections. And that corporation is no longer. It is nothing but an extension of you. All of the enterprises, even if his mama owned them, which is probably why Janice Combs was up there writing some stuff, even if his mama owned them, even if the kids own them, even if anyone owns them, it is what it is, okay? Let's keep going. So again, what you see in this house, yes, the feds, if he's guilty of even one count and there's more coming, and he will be, the feds are going to take this. The feds are going to take everything. The feds are going to take everything the kids own because Diddy just put it in the kids' name. None of them have real jobs to be having $32 million mansions. And I don't wish bad on the children. They are innocent. I'm just saying that from a legal perspective, you cannot profit in any way from illegal acts, right? Because if that's the case, how many people love their family so much that y'all will go and rob a bank, right? Give the money to your mama. Your mama invests the money. And then you're like, all right, mama, I'm going to do 50 years in jail. I'll see you out because at the end of the day, I just want the family to be cool. You cannot benefit from illegal acts. So not only do you have to be punished for the illegal acts, but anyone that benefited from it, they have to have their lives ripped apart. It's just the way it works. It is the way it works. But let's continue, right? Because there's a lot.
To America.
Gosh, this pool right here is the scene of countless alleged assaults, countless horrors, countless, I don't even want to know what's in that water, and countless mingled memories of people that don't remember anything. This pool is probably the last thing people saw before their whole life was shattered. It has probably witnessed all the baby oil. It has seen all the lube. It has seen so many countless indignities and ungodly stuff. Who's going to buy this mansion? The thing is, Diddy should have sold his property earlier. Because had he sold his property when he knew the indictment was coming, right? He could have at least had the money and the federal government could have seized the proceeds if he was found guilty. But now that this indictment's here, Diddy can't sell anything right now. It's all under federal forfeiture. KG said this is what happens when you sign a deal with the devil, then move around like you're God. You get diddlered. God don't like ugly. Listen. It is what it is. Hold on really quick. Let's just go into this again.
That's how we
Also, I know I keep interrupting, but it's amazing to me how many demons will be the first one to say God is great. Tim, Diddy's UK teacher, right? Diddy, the American diddler, sitting on the couch talking about God is great, isn't it? But we need to start asking people just to say, what God are you praising? Up above, down below, inside? Like, can we get some specifics on this? Because, baby, they love this stuff. God is amazing. Both of these people.
I don't want to.
Yo, Diddy had us fooled for how many years with this dog and pony show? It's sick now when you listen to him. He sounds so fake and phony. But back then, you were like, yeah, wow. Tosha Smith said, there's no other bringing it like you. I support you. Sending love from New Jersey. Thank you so much. You guys, just wait. I appreciate the support, but you know your girl is not going to be caught slacking. Don't worry. Don't worry. Well, don't worry. Don't worry. Have faith. Have faith. I'm proud of you. Now, that's a new name that nobody's talked about. Lil Wayne is a legend, and he is very much beloved. But Lil Wayne had a substance problem for a long time. And if you listen to those 3 dreads that are hanging by a horse tail off his head, oh no. Again, now the issue's going down with Diddy, and that's why we're going through this. Who actually knew what? Wayne, Jay-Z, Kanye? Could be nothing, but they said the names will shock you. They said it was every single A-list. Now, do we know if it's Kanye or Jay-Z or Lil Wayne? No, but we have a hint that the feds are 100% definitely going to find out. Let's keep doing it. Let's keep doing it. Hold on. Where are we at? What you give, Diddy?
And my faith.
Why is this man looking at Diddy like he is dinner? The whole time he is just getting lost in Diddy's eyes, looking at him like he is dinner. We missed so much. Hold on. Again, Tim Westwood was 100% trying to start his own little side hustle on YouTube. Diddy made sure he went out of his way and supported him. People are saying this is the man that taught Diddy everything. Also, Speak Your Truth 638 said, gonna message DM you with TW gossip. Tim Wood's father is a pastor, by the way. You're doing good work, TT. Speak Your Truth. Please either DM me or better yet, email me at tisatells@gmail.com. tisatells@gmail.com. If anybody has any information, please go ahead. If anybody want to send me any documents, baby, you know my Gmail and where to find me. Okay. But you guys, there's also something else I wanted to show you guys really quick, because this actually goes like really, really deep. Hold on really quick. Let me just pull up this other thing. Here is Diddy again sharing his story
TV.
or Tim Westwood TV. He's once again sharing. This is Tim Westwood's party.
Westwood up in the spot, my man Diddy. What's up, sir?
Oh, what's good? What's good?
Oh man, thanks for passing through. I appreciate that, man.
Oh man, it's always a pleasure. You know, when I come
No
to London,
doubt.
I gotta stop by, see my man.
Oh, that's mandatory, man. We got some years, brother.
Yeah, without a doubt.
From early days, man.
Okay, let's put past this intro. He really thought he was doing something. Hold on.
Just singing and entertaining. Always kind of love the spot. Come see you. So, you know, I entered in a real.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna have to pause that for a second. Hold on. Let me see if I can get the background music out. 1 second. 1 second. Let's do that's Diddy's shadow. She said in her Instagram post that she ain't seen nothing. A lot of people got so much to say on Instagram. She's talking about she ain't seen nothing. Diddy was always a consummate professional. However, I wonder if Kalina is actually talking to the feds now. I'm sure she's been interviewed, especially after Dawn's lawsuit. But I wonder if she's actually going to be a witness for Diddy or a witness to the Fed. Regardless of what anybody says, the feds can compel you to actually testify. But just look at this scene because there's something really, really dark in it. Just wanted to rap scene in the UK is the grime scene. Tim Westwood, he was a gatekeeper, is a gatekeeper. They are trying to make him be held accountable. But again, Diddy and Diddy and Tim Westwood helped built up the grime scene in the UK, both in front and behind the scenes. Allie said that video was uncomfortable then and now. I know that's right, Allie. Thank you for being a member for 4 months. Long gone said, Tisa spilling the tea. Hit that like button. And also, Gigi said, just got here. What I missed? Girl, catch up. We found the man that has been accused of teaching Diddy everything he knows. He is currently under investigation. The feds are going to question the victims that actually overlap. This is Tim Westwood, the UK Diddy, or maybe Diddy is the UK Tim Westwood, his partner in crime, who also seems to be wasting away, right? I don't know what's going on with the Tucci. His partner in crime has been exposed, and the feds are out there currently investigating. Skepta, yeah. When he said, Diddy, I love you, but let me talk. Look at the way Diddy's face is stuck on. No, Skepta. Oh. They hit him to the what? After the show, it's a what? After the show, what? The show, it's the after party. And listen, they're heading to the after party. And I don't need to make light of this because it's weird now seeing all the sick things that happened afterwards. And you are literally watching live footage. Who would have thought by watching this? Look at Dawn's face. Look at Kalina's face. Who would have thought by watching this? We would now, what is this, 20 years ago, 15 years ago? I don't know. It's a lot of years ago. We would be watching this and being like, yo, there was so much going on.
Man, it was just
Kalina? What did you say? Let me just rewind this because also the fact that this was happening on tape. Again, Tim Westwood was Diddy's connect in the UK. He plugged them in, he supplied them, whatever. So, baby, you know how Diddy, he likes passing around party favors on tape. This man just asks to have dirty money as a party favor. Let me rewind this because y'all got to see. Look at Dawn's eyes. Y'all know I don't do nothing but study people all day. Look at Dawn's eyes. Let's rewind this when he says, I have a favor to ask. Look at why not? Kalina, Miss people talking about Diddy is disgruntled. You talking about why not? When Tim Westwood wants his ounce of blood or pound, what is it? Ounce of blood or a pound of flesh for an ounce of blood? Why not? Can I stop off at the hotel? Dawn's eyes were like, hold on, let me get on the Summer Jazz screen. Dawn's eyes were like, literally, she was like, just listening. She was like, and Kalina, why not? I mean, why not? I guess, right? I guess. Let's keep going.
exactly. We are rocking out with Russell the Love Muscle. Right. Understand how it's going. Go ahead.
We are rocking out with Russell the Love Muscle. These people didn't even bother to hide what was going on. And I actually feel sorry for Dawn and everything. And the fact that Diddy's people tried to paint her as a liar. Now, listen, Dawn has made accusations. Diddy says it's all lies. She says she's going to have her day in court and prove. But the fact that he literally said, can I ask you a favor before I go to a party? Can I stop by the hotel with the girls? And Kalina, why not? I mean, why not? Right? I guess it's jokes, right? And then him being like, all right, so we about to rock out with Russell, the love muscle. I guess that's corny British guys code for, you know, strong like bull. I guess. Kim Marie, what's up? Kim Marie Norman said they need to check in with Mr. Skepta. I said the same thing too, because at this point, everybody is on the list. We need to check in with Skepta. Even the way he was grabbing on him, feeling his chest. Okay, y'all very close. I'm not saying anything happened to Skepta. I am saying that Diddy was checking the goods. I know that mood. Hey, how your mama doing? Right? But then also to the fact that so many other things actually happened. Let's keep going. Russell,
baby, hard as a muscle.
We about to rock out with Russell, the love muscle. Hard as a muscle, hard as a muscle. Interesting enough, right? When we look at people that might have been with it and who wasn't, Dawn looking out the window like, I want to go home. I want to go home. Dawn is looking out the window like, I want to go home. And Kalina is like, why not? Come on, let's go. Why not? Because everybody knows how powerful Tim Westwood was. And Diddy was willing to do anything or give anything to be on this man's good side. But look at this body language. The way Dawn is just like, oh, Jesus. And Kalina is like giving him the, I know that's right. But maybe Kalina's just very friendly. What do I know? What do I know? Take it for your own thing. What do I know? Let's continue.
Hard as a muscle.
In the building. It's been
Ciroc.
between him and Skepta. I don't know where.
Chiroc's in the building. Remember, $250,000 per appearance, and he only gave each of them $5,000 each. By the way, can I just say, this don't got nothing to do with anything, but Dawn's hair and those earrings and that fur coat, she giving me life. I'm sorry. Every time I see Dawn, I'm like, she is so pretty. But the way that bob is swaying, just moving like the ocean, and she got those earrings on, I don't know. Dawn is doing it. Let's keep going. Pause. Sorry. This man, Tim, looks like he already got the Diddy special, and he looked like he already drank from the wrong bottle. Hold on.
Coming out.
Girls in the back, right? He telling Dawn and Kalina to get to work. Dawn's like, damn, let me fix my earring, you know? Look at, he mad. Diddy is a slave driver. You're paying these girls $5,000 a night to dance in 4-inch heels for hours and hours. Diddy stop. And they got to talk about Russell the love muscle and literally the way Kalina was like, why not? Why not? Do I seriously think Kalina wanted that man? No. Do I think maybe, according to Dawn, Diddy created an atmosphere where you had to act like everything was up for whenever everybody wanted? Yeah, because who can look at that sloppy, drunk man, even if he was sober, and be like, why not? I mean, why not? Yeah, let's go. Like he talking about Russell the love muscle. Anyway, let's keep going. Listen, oddly enough, he told them you better dance and was mad. Kalina was moving. And look, you know, let me just say this, right? Ain't nothing wrong with the church. There's nothing wrong if you don't believe in the church. I really don't care. As long as you ain't doing Diddy crimes and you being good to everybody and treating all God's creatures, including the animals, with respect, live your life. But it's amazing to me how a lot of these monsters hid behind God bless the church, this, that, and the third. And I'm not attributing this to any church. It's just the fact that they realize to manipulate the public, all you got to say is a few words about God, loving your mother. You know, this is for the community. I'm out here showing a good representation. And everybody would just overlook all the weird things and just fall in line. Hold on, y'all. Okay. In her lawsuit, the way, and look at Kalina. Look at this right now, because at the end of the day, I know I play photo assumption a lot, but videos and stills will tell you about someone's face. Kalina's face looks like hell. And Dawn, the way she rolls her eyes, again, in the lawsuit, they work for 48 hours straight, no food. It's like I tell them all the time.
I ain't hear nobody tell me we were going to die if we did.
Look at them. Look at the way Dawn's looking at them. And look at the way Kalina's just looking straightforward. Hold on, let's rewind this. Again, it's weird to see how much, again, the after parties, the pre-calls. Oops.
YouTube.com/Tim West. Wow, man.
These are the parties. In one night, they made them go through a million parties to perform this over and over. Look at the reaction.
We're looking for Diddy. Where's Diddy right now? Is Diddy in that car? Where's Diddy at? Where's Diddy? We're looking for Diddy. Have you seen?
He's on the train. He's on the train.
We're looking for Diddy. Sorry, excuse me. Where's Diddy?
Yo, where's Puffy? Where's Puffy?
Where's Puffy?
Anyway, the rest of the interview is on Tim Westwood's channel. Wait, hold on.
Skepta, Rets 3-2, all grew up 10 minutes away from each other. North London.
And people
continues, baby. Tim Westwood.
Westwood, CMAR. We got this 2011 London swag.
Again, this is Diddy's VIP section. People are twisted. People are listed. If you want to watch the whole video, you can go to Tim Westwood's YouTube channel. He's still got these videos up. I guess he can't erase anything now that he's under Fed. Well, is this a version of you? Do they call it the Feds in the UK? After he's under question. Anyway, you guys, listen. Mikkel Ram, what's up? Mikkel said when Westwood said, "I'm built for it." Yeah, exactly. And Laya B, thank you so much for the super sticker. Anyway, you guys, listen. Just Google Westwood and Diddy in YouTube. There are a million videos pointing out the hedonism, pointing out the debauchery, pointing out people being so drunk. I think this is Skepta. He can barely stand up. And what was going on with Tim Westwood and what was going on with Diddy. At the end of the day, everything is 100% going to be revealed. But if you guys want to know, when people have the questions, who taught Diddy this? Where did Diddy get an appetite to it? Maybe he was born with it. I don't know. Maybe it's Maybelline. At the very least, go ahead and check those videos out if you have time. They're super interesting. And when you know what we know now, it gives things a whole nother look. You know what I'm saying? DC said unattractive men with money are dangerous. I know. They are literally a scourge on this earth. Anyway, you guys, listen, let me get out of here. Oh, wait, no, before I go, I have a question. I want to do some market research with you guys. 1 second. Let me put this up. I want to do some market research, okay? Because
Tim Westwood was playing,
more,
where he laughed it off 10 minutes later. So, I remember we're not, but literally, it's funny that
I know the crimes that Tim Westwood is accused of. Multiple A minors, all Black girls, over and over and over. That's what he preyed on. Oh, I'm going to read you guys this actually before I go. Hold on. Let me read you guys this before I go. This is directly from UK Tattletales. Let me start reading you guys some stuff. Hold on. Fentanyl on Twitter said, Tim Westwood, you're a disgusting grown A man sexually coercing a 16-year-old youngin to your flat and serving her alcohol. The girl said, I met him while I was interning with a festival production, and he told me he wanted me to work with him as an assistant. That's how he showed me the ropes at his townhouse in Central. And every time I finish a glass, I threw it over my shoulder. He'd serve me more and tell me to drink up. And because my birthday is around the corner, he said he'd bring me out and my friends for my 17th and kept telling me he finds Black women beautiful and he loves the culture. Before telling me he wants to show me around his house, bringing me into this dark room before trying it on me with his bed that wasn't even built. It was a mattress. He does give crackhead energy. And telling me he needs a rub because he's tired from work. I kept diverting the convo for like an hour. Before he could see I wasn't going to do anything, he called me an Uber home. I gave him a fake address. Uber came. We left at the same time. He said he's going to a bar, didn't even say goodbye, got in an Uber, and the driver said, oh my God, is that Tim Westwood? Whoa, before bringing me to my friend's house. But there's more, right? They said they've come across this see you in next Tuesday a few times in the club scene over the years. Told me once in detail, completely unsolicited, how he likes Black P more than white and kept calling my brother and trying to put his arm around my shoulder, calling me my brother and turning his arm. He's been known as a effing weird see you in next Tuesday who creeps on young girls for years. Never seen him at it, but I've heard plenty of stories to tell. Everything from parties, weird stuff. Lots of friends have seen it. We've seen Ish go on at gigs and also had him approach them. Lots of people instinctively avoid him because he's weird and got the bad news vibe to him. Again, at the end of the day, a lot of women are coming forward sharing their stories. It seems like it's a well-known thing. Strange, we've never heard F all from anyone in the UK scene, besides a line or two about from Mick Reich's. What's the bet? We won't hear any of the artists speak up about this again. Just Solo 45. Again, this man used to open up his shows saying, shout out to all my girls with a clean and tight panatis at an under 18 gig that he was DJing at. Again, much like Diddy, these artists are not disassociating from him. They're trying to keep quiet because much like Diddy, there seems to be something going on where they're all going to be taken down for their complicity. But listen, you guys, if you're watching this on a thing, can you please look at the screen? Okay. I have 4 thumbnails. This is thumbnail 1. I have 4 thumbnails. Just really quick, please. I have 4 thumbnails. Which thumbnail do you like the most? Okay. This is thumbnail 1, shock discovery. Okay. This is thumbnail 2, disturbing update. Yes, I'm doing market research on you guys. Put 1 if you like shock discovery. Put 2 if you like disturbing update. Okay. It's same picture, different words. This is another one, double life. Which one will make you click more? Double life is 3, shock discovery is 1, disturbing update is 2. And the last but not least is disturbing London crimes. Which one? That's number 4. Drop a 1, 2, or 3, 4 in the chat. What do you guys like more? Let's see. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. A few 1s. 2, 2. Oh, you guys like 2 overwhelmingly. So Kimberly likes 3. Okay. 2, 2, 2, 2. Ramona likes 1. 2, 2, 2. Okay, so I guess 2 is the overwhelming winner. That's why I love you guys. Thank you for helping me do. Oh, who likes 4? Kasha likes 4. Ali likes 4 too. But it looks like overwhelmingly it is number 2 and a few like 4. Okay, so a lot like 4. So it's a difference between 4 and 2. Okay, so 2 and 4 seem to be neck and neck and neck. 2 and 4. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. Oh, we're getting more 2s. 2 has a slight leave, right? Has a slight leave. Disturbing. McCombie is like, miss me with all that. She just put the name in. She said, I like disturbing. Where are you at, girl? You said, I like disturbing London crimes. Is it McCombie? I lost you. God, this chat's moving so quick. Oh, well, McCombie is like, no, let's do disturbing. 2 and 4. Okay, so it's 2 and 4. Alina is like 4 all the way. Okay. Also, really quick, Ursula Scott Kerr, thank you so much for the super chat. And also DJ Death K, thank you for the super chat. Let's see what's going on with the chat. All 4s and 2s. So it was 2, but then 4 got to be the winner. Or it's neck and neck. Okay, let me see if I can put crimes on a thumbnail in Mikkel Wren said she likes 2. Okay. And let's see who else. 4 is more detailed. Okay. So it's between 2 and 4. All right. Listen, thank you so much for helping me do market research. I really appreciate you guys. We're going to try 2 and 4. All right. Listen, I'm going to keep uploading tonight. Make sure you keep an eye on everything and I will talk to you later. Bye.